Hey everybody, Phi Farley here, January 14th, it's Monday, coming off a hot weekend, super pumped, great weekend, a lot of winners. If you're following along in the videos or following any of the picks, hopefully it was profitable for you as well. NFL went straight 4-0 on the sides, which was my biggest bets of the weekend, so all four winning. Super pumped about that, coming off an NCAA win. Yesterday, if you follow, I threw in some other plays, just because doing a best bet is great. But when you have, 100 and plus games to pick from, really difficult to pull out one single best bet. And it doesn't do it justice on, winning 7 of the 10 and one of those 3 was the best bet. So Saturday or Sunday threw out some more games. I think I threw out 5 winners in there. 5 out of the 6 ended up winning. It was another great day, coming off a great Saturday as well. So, just looking back, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. This is more for those of you who have not subscribed, and if you're not following along, I'm just going to tell you what the last year has done. Baseball went the entire baseball season making plays and was profitable at the end of the season, which not too many cappers can say that. NFL made plays all season long, was profitable at the end of the NFL season. NCAA basketball now, profitable so far halfway through the season. NFL playoffs, 5 out of 6 games on the sides have hit, profitable through the NFL playoffs. The only one is NBA, which I'm about 50-50 right now in, but looking to turn that corner, and you could check out the NBA's best bet video out there as well. But it's just been it's been great. It's been a lot of fun for me. It's great to have this medium to get out there and share 20 years of sports betting and really get some feedback. It's kind of nice to get feedback from the community out there. I really appreciate some of you chiming in. It's great to get those comments. So let's get to today's best bet. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification bell. Check out all my picks. So let's talk about today's best bet. You're probably not going to like it. And I say that because we have a nice slate of games with 5 top 25 teams. We got some Big 10 action, Big 12 action, ACC action. And here I am because we also have Southwest Athletic Conference action. We also got Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference action. So I'm going to go to Siena and Monmouth. Monmouth is coming in a hot 3-14, and Siena 6-10. But what you may not know, what goes under the radar, is precisely what makes this today's best bet. So Monmouth at what did I just say? Monmouth at 3-14, 2-2 in conference, played the 66th most difficult schedule coming into conference play. That put them right next to Wisconsin in their strength of schedule coming into conference play. KP has them ranked at 4.12 points better than the average team was their schedule coming in. So what you see at 3-14 may not give you the full, picture on how good of a basketball team they are. Meanwhile, Siena 6-10 are 1-2 in conference, losing at St. Peter's, losing to Canisius at home, and then going to Marist and beating them by 5. Doesn't get me too excited. Meanwhile, Monmouth has played 2 better teams than Siena, both Iona and Quinnipiac on the road, losing to both. Iona, a running team, wins by 19, Quinnipiac by 6. They beat St. Peter's by 17. They beat Manhattan by 16. I think you're going to start to see a better Monmouth team than what has been displayed thus far with their non-conference schedule. And once they get into conference here, I think KP will start to adjust their number, because right now they peg this game at about a 6.5 point favor of Siena. Lined open at 5.5, has been bet down to 4.5 in favor of Monmouth. So I think Monmouth here is the better side. Monmouth plus 4.5, I think is a good side here, and I think it's going under the radar. And public money is over on Siena, sharper money over on Monmouth. I'm going to follow that sharper side as the daily best bet. Now, if you were to tell me, hey, Phi, I don't really like your best bet because we have all these top 25 teams playing, and you bounced right over those to go to an MAAC game, well, I'll give you my 2 cents on each one of these games. Just going through. First of all, Maryland, Wisconsin. I like Maryland here, minus the 3.5. Maryland was just a -6. 6-point favorite over Indiana, who I think Indiana is a better team than Wisconsin. Wisconsin coming off an overtime loss to Purdue. I don't see how the line goes in favor of the road dog here, even though Maryland just came off that win against Indiana. Should have been a 6-point win, but a last-second 3 gets it down to 3 over Indiana. Maryland now in the top 25, which, by the way, I told you they would be last week. Indiana holding on to a top 25 spot facing Nebraska. I don't have a big shake there. Not taking a side. Syracuse, Duke. Hard to go against the number 1 team in the country at home. However, very good game against Florida State. Florida State winning at a last-second 3. Hard to bounce back from that. Zion probably will play. He had an eye injury, was elbowed in the eye, and they have a small chance, probable for today. I wouldn't expect that to hold them out for a game. So lane 17 though is a lot. Public money's over on Syracuse side because it's just too many points. You don't see that too often. Public going against the number 1 team in the country, especially at home. So that's telling you how many points that is for Syracuse. Syracuse plays better down the stretch as well, so I like following them down the stretch. We're just right at that pivotal time. 17, I'm going to continue to watch that, see if it ever goes to 17.5. If it drops down to 16.5, 16, 15.5, Syracuse is going to be the play. Pittsburgh hosting Florida State. Florida State off that last-second win. Hard to go from Duke, then up to Pittsburgh. Looking to play either Pittsburgh +5 or nothing there. Not a play for me, though. One area that I do like as a play, there's 2 right here I'll give you before I break. One is Texas at Kansas. So Texas in a really good spot here. Kansas not in a good spot. Kansas squeaking away with a win against Baylor, blowing it down the stretch, relying on their freshman who started only 2 games. They said that's where the ball is going to go through Vic. 45% of their threes, almost half their threes go through Vic. If Texas can game plan correctly, they could keep this within striking distance at the very end, and I think that's the way to go. Texas is the side. Texas +7 or bust for me. So I do think there's value there, and I probably will be taking the Texas Longhorns plus the 7. The other one I like, Oklahoma State. Baylor has injuries. Oklahoma State coming off 2 Big 12 victories. They're laying 3 at home. The number's just about right. I don't like the 3, but they're laying 3 at home. I like the Oklahoma State side here with a little bit of value as well. So there you go. Best bet Monmouth. Feel free, though, to take a Texas, Oklahoma State, or Maryland. In my opinion, those are sides I'm going to be on. Good luck, everyone, tonight, and we'll see you again soon.